Apologies with the sound of my voice, I have a case of the common cold, so I sound rough and coarse. However, I simply have to make this video, so I will grin and bear this ailment for you guys. So in a massive story that broke this morning, Alex Salmond, former First Minister of Scotland and SNP leader, was arrested and then just now charged with 2 counts of attempted rape, 9 counts of sexual assault, 2 of indecent assault, and 1 breach of the peace, and is due to appear in court today. Now, where's the surprise story that the British media have been updating their reports on for several hours now? Well, it has its origins in recent accusations of sexual assault by 2 female members of staff last year, which were passed to the police by the Scottish government. Allegedly, one of these attempts was to have happened at his home in 2013. Allegedly, he had historic instances of abuse. Indeed, trade unionists also accused him of exhibiting bullying behaviour almost 10 years ago. This whole controversy created shockwaves in the SNP, creating ripples and clashes as the party had a civil war over the guilt or innocence of their former leader, with Nicola Sturgeon having to go out in public and deny she colluded with or against Salmond. In perhaps a cruel irony, he was charged under the very rules he himself had passed in 2010. Salmond accused the government of not adequately notifying him of these accusations. In the end, Salmond won his case and referred the government to a data watchdog, whilst also calling for an end to the uncivil war that erupted between him and the party. He would later leave them in August 2018. Sturgeon would later hand herself over to an ethics body over her handling of Salmond's case. Allegedly, they had had a meeting to discuss the issue, which is in breach of ministerial codes. Regardless of whether any of this happened or not, in a poll around the time of these events, the SNP's credibility was severely damaged. This leads us to the now fresh criminal charges that have been levelled at Salmond. So let's go through this. Salmond was arrested last night by the police, who were conducting their own investigation after they were notified by the Scottish Government investigations into his alleged sexual assault of 2 female members of staff, as already mentioned. Salmond, in his statement, tells us about the events of his arrest. Yesterday, with my solicitor Callum Anderson, I attended the police station in central Scotland. I was released on condition that I came to the court today to face the charges against me. That I have now done. So, let me say at the outset, I am innocent of any criminality whatsoever. He also said, after a brief hearing which was held in private, now that these proceedings are live, it is even more important to respect the court, and therefore the only thing I can say is I refute absolutely these allegations of criminality, and I will defend myself to the utmost in court. So he was released on condition that he attend court for these particular charges. What amazes me is that somehow he has been charged with 14 offences, either due to this recent investigation by the government or through their own investigations allegedly. The police now have sufficient evidence to charge Salmond with rape and other charges. What is also interesting is that despite being declared innocent in the internal investigation, he is now being charged by the police and the prosecution service. This could either mean that new evidence that the government was not aware of has been uncovered, or that the Scottish government cleared him of wrongdoing by unscrupulous means. I don't know, could be anything. I am only speculating, of course, it could be anything. But I guess we now have to reset the clock, as now another leftist has been accused of sexual degeneracy. Innocent until proven guilty, of course, but I can't help but feel Schadenfreude, especially as due to him and his party's actions. Scotland, on the local level that is, has become victim to progressive and social justice politics. It is him and Nicola Sturgeon who created the environment where accusations like this, despite being proven false by his own government, can now be charged by the police in a separate investigation. That women that work in Holyrood can publicly accuse him and others of misconduct or worse, seemingly without evidence. The chickens have well and truly come home to roost. And I think no matter which way you cut it, the SNP will be permanently scarred. Could unionist parties, after winning the India RAF in 2014, come back to power in Scotland? Who can say? But I will be following this story as close as I can. So until next time, I'll see you later.